Good morning. Welcome, everyone. It is noon on Monday, March 13th, 2017. Let me just make sure everything is settled, and I'll give you guys some time to join me. I am doing the tricky thing again. I'm doing a live stream on my computer through BeLive.net, and I am also doing a Facebook Live on my, the computer stream is going to my Facebook page, Social Media Minder, and I'm doing a live stream on my phone to the group, Badass Facebook Marketing Club, and so that I can reach everybody. Now, this is going to change up. It looks like I'm going to be moving to Zoom soon, and that'll allow me to do Facebook Lives as well. So let me just make sure that they're showing, and as you come in, please let me know who you are. Excuse me, I'm super sick. Let me know who you are and where you are watching from. And so I see this on my page. I'm happy for that. Excuse me. There might be a bit of that. All right. And I can see me on the group. I am here. And let me make sure that we're working on the page. All right. Who's joining me? Let me make sure this is going out on the page. So, day one of Facebook for Business Made Easy. Who has been following along and doing this? I am not seeing this. Hang on one second. Start broadcast. That would help. There we go. Managing two bits of tech at once can be a bit of a challenge for sure. So who's here with me? Kimberly's from Phoenix, Arizona in the group. Thank you, Kimberly, for being here. Great to have you with us. Have you gotten through your day one lesson? And how is that going for you? And Enrique, please tell me if that's the right way to say your name, is here from Vancouver with Zenith Marketing. Welcome, Enrique. Thank you for being here. And Kathy is here. And yes, we are now live on my Facebook page and on the Facebook group. Kathy's from Vancouver. Kimberly's not worked through the process yet, but that's okay. You can work through it. You're going to get another lesson tomorrow with a new training tomorrow. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to try to do this without knocking things over. I'm going to just stand up and close my blinds a bit because I look a bit washed out. And I want to make sure. All right. Here I am back. Elisa's here from New Jersey. Welcome. Welcome. Glad to have you with us. And I welcome everyone. So if you're in the group and you've gone through the challenge for today, the lesson for today, then that's fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about what today's lesson was about, and let me know what questions that you have. Now, I've been working on this system for a while, and what I'm seeing is a lot of people jump in and they try to get to level 3 of doing Facebook on Business. And really there is some things that we need to do to get the foundation set up so that we're ready for traffic, we're ready for clients, we're ready for customers. And those are kind of the next steps. So this is all around creating that optimum foundation so that we can be ready for the next steps. This is about not just, today we talked about having your page set up the way we want it to be set up and representing you well. Tomorrow we get into much more around content and connections. So that's coming. That stuff is so important. But I find that the people who are the most successful in their Facebook marketing have all these pieces working together. So yeah, it's a lot to manage. We want to get this stuff down so that we are creating our content and posting regularly and consistently and following up and connecting with our ideal customers and getting them into our email list or into private conversations or phone calls or meetings so that we can convert them into our customers and clients. But how do we get them if they aren't seeing our posts? So this, if they aren't seeing our content, if they aren't compelled by our page, if they aren't impressed by our cover image, how do they know that we are the ones they need to get into a conversation with? So that's what this is doing. This is an important step. If we try to jump right to getting the customers and the clients right now, and we haven't done the foundation, it becomes a much longer process, much more time-intensive process, and much more expensive process to get those people to sit down with you that are ideal customers for you. So this is super important. So we want to make sure that we are representing our businesses well, you and your business well. And, I work with mostly solo entrepreneurs and coaches, authors, speakers, heart-based, service-based entrepreneurs. This works even if you are a company with, anywhere from 5 to 500 staff. These techniques work. The difference is going to be that as the solo entrepreneur or the service-based entrepreneur, you're going to represent yourself on your page. As an owner of a corporation that has 500 employees, we're probably not going to be seeing the face of the CEO sitting on that Facebook page very much. They're going to have a team or a department that's going to manage that, or they're going to outsource it to somebody. And then we're more focused on representing the corporation. So there are some slight tweaks that we need to do depending on the size of your business and the service that you provide. So we want it to be inviting and engaging. We want it to represent what you do and what solutions you provide for your audience, so that when they look at pictures, when they look at your posts, they know you are speaking to them directly. And so that resonates with them on a whole different level. So if you're just joining in, I'm going to apologize for the background noise. Spring break, kids are home, playing some video games, told them to be quiet. You know how that goes. And I've also got 2 live streams happening here. So if you see me looking back and forth, it's because I want to address both. I've got people on my Facebook page watching, as well as people in the Facebook group watching. So we wanted to have we're talking about making sure your page is set up to represent you and your brand in your business. And we want to make sure we have got lots of great content and a great call to action, and make sure you use your page for business. Now, just to be clear, a lot of people say, well, I have a personal page and I have a business page, and really you don't. A page is something that people like, and that anybody can like, and you want to have masses of numbers, and there's no limit to the number of connections you can have on your page, and you can run advertising to your page, and it's meant for business and it's meant for marketing. And then of course the dog chases the cat. And your profile is a personal profile. It's not a personal page. It is where friends connect. And so people send you a friend request and you accept that, and you have a maximum 5,000 friends that you can have on your profile. And I know that sounds like an awful lot. It is, for sure. But Facebook says very clearly in its terms of service that you aren't intended to do business on your profile. So not directly. So I really strongly encourage you to make sure you are not violating those rules at all. And remember, if you can't measure it, it's not marketing. It is, we talk a lot about testing, and there's a lot of testing to do, and Facebook is trial and error. A lot of trial and error is involved, but we have to measure it to know if it works. So if you're throwing spaghetti against the wall and you're hoping something will stick, and there's no way to tell what's working and what's not, then you're probably using your personal profile, because you aren't going to get any analytics there. Michelle has asked page versus group. Page and group is what I'm going to say, not one or the other. Page and group. We want to do both because they work in different ways. They have different functionalities. Again, you can't run Facebook ads to a group. You can only run them to a page. So you want to make sure you're using both, because you can use your page to fill your group, and your group can have a whole different level of engagement. This challenge is a perfect example. It's being delivered in my group. I used my page to promote the challenge, to build the group. Almost 150 people signed up for this challenge this month. So, this wouldn't be happening or deliverable the same way on my page, because people probably wouldn't interact the same way on the page. Excuse me. All right. Great question, Michelle. Thank you for asking that. So really be clear that your Facebook page is for business and your profile, your personal profile is for your personal use. And I did an experiment last month where I started posting on my Facebook page as I would my profile. So things that I would typically have put out on my profile, I put out on my page instead. And I could not believe the difference in the reach and engagement on my page when I put the same effort into building my connections on my Facebook page as I did to the connections on my profile. So now I do them both, and it has resulted in a tremendous increase in my audience, in my reach, and in my connections with people. So really focus on using your page. Don't think about, oh my goodness, 1 post a day. Do 5 posts a day if that works for you. Do 10 posts a day. It doesn't matter. Stop counting the numbers as if they are the thing that matters. What matters is your reach and your engagement, not the number of posts that you make. There is no longer a hard and fast rule about that. So we talked about the cover image today. Make sure that your cover image is compelling and speaks to your audience and lets them know what is the solution that you provide. So, if you are a travel specialist, if you're a travel agent, then highly recommend you're switching up your cover image regularly to represent and show various travel destinations and ways that you can help people book their travel. If you are a coach, then make sure you are showing in your cover image the results that people will get when they work with you, not necessarily the process, just the results. How are you going to feel? If you're a weight loss coach, it's hard on Facebook. You could use your cover image to represent before and afters. You could also use it to represent, just the results of a successful client. You wouldn't be able to run an ad to that. Facebook's pretty picky about showing those sorts of things, body image things. So think about that. When somebody works with you, what is the result that they achieve? And that's what you want to show in the image of your cover image so that people know without having to dig really deeply and, with ease. And of course, pictures are so popular on Facebook, they will know what they will get when they engage with your content, have a conversation with you, buy your program or your services. All right. And then we talked about the cover image. Let me just read this question from Susan. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for being here. Susan says, I hear what you're saying about posting and engaging on your page, but a lot of my engagement on my personal profile is responding to what others post and share. How would I get people... Click see more. How would I get people to post on my page if none of their friends are going to see it? So continue responding to things on your profile that you have been doing. Continue to do that, but don't ignore your page. Create more content on your page. Your content. We talk about that in the next few days. So we're going to get to what kind of content to be posting on your page to get the best engagement. But I don't understand this part if none of their friends are going to see it. If I like your page and you create a post that I engage with, I respond to, I like it, I comment or I share, my friends will see that. There is that ripple effect happening. So don't worry about none of their friends seeing it. They absolutely will, but you just have to get that right content out there for them so that they can engage with the proper call to action. And we do get into that in future days. I'm going to just slip off camera here for a moment. My nose is running, so excuse me. Oh my goodness. This thing hit me hard yesterday. All right, so still talking about the cover images we're talking about what we want it to look like and how we want to represent our business. And then, I shared with you some resources to help you make great images. If you are, a Photoshop wizard, go ahead and do that. I know I'm not. PicMonkey, we found out last time, their free option is not there as much anymore. It is a trial that they have now. And then you have to pay for it. It's a once a year payment, I believe. So worth the investment. PicMonkey is an online photo editor creator, and it is super, super easy to use. So even if you are technically challenged, you absolutely can figure out how to use it. Canva's another option. I find it a little bit more technical than PicMonkey, but that's okay. It's also a fabulous option with a free option as well as a paid option. My new favorite place for getting pictures, if you don't have your own pictures, find pictures somewhere else until you can get your own pictures made. Unsplash.com. It is my favorite place for amazing pictures right now, and you can use all of those pictures there on it for commercial purposes, which is really great. Make sure, though, you're always using images that your audience will respond to. And then I shared the cover image size, the profile size, or, you know, in a pinch, if you really don't have the time or the energy to figure out either of these, go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr, and hire somebody there. Just search for search for Facebook cover images, and you will have heaps of people to look through that do that as part of their service offerings. So I'm just going to check in. Hi, Evelyn, I'm here. Are you not able to see me? Yeah, I see that is frozen for some reason. So I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on, Evelyn. Evelyn's on my page, and it does not look like it's streaming very well. Evelyn, if you are on my page, please join me over in the Badass Facebook Marketing Club. I'm not sure why this is not running. Abigail, that's a great suggestion. Another great place for free pictures is pixabay.com. So that's .com. So that is in the comments here. She's posted that. So that's another great place. Pixabay. Never heard of it, so I'll have to go check that out. Thanks for sharing that, Abigail. Yeah, it's right here in the comments. Kat's got a great post there. You guys should go ahead and make sure you check that out. It's around using Get Stencil and Pixabay. So I'm not familiar with Get Stencil either. I'll have to check that out. Fantastic. Great way to connect. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't working. It shows that it's working. Very weird. I think what I'll do is I'm going to stop the broadcast on my page. Oh, bear with me, guys. Tech. All right, we're just going to leave the Facebook page broadcast. We're going to continue on just in the group. That's fine. Carmen's here from Burnaby. Glad that you're able to see me now, Carmen. That's great. So let's go back to here. There's your images. Then we talked about your profile image. And again, we go back to if you are a company with multiple employees and you are not the face of your business that people will see. If they come in and they meet sales staff, if they meet, you know, other staff if you've got a brick and mortar and you're not working in the store, then no, your profile image should definitely not be your face, your picture. But if you are a solo entrepreneur, if you're a coach, if you're an author, if you work one-on-one with people, or even if you lead group programs, but you are, you know, essentially a solopreneur with maybe a team of contractors working with you, please make your profile picture on your page should be of you. Now, I've had people ask, how do I tell the difference then between my page and my profile? Well, have different profile pictures. My profile picture on my profile is a little bit more relaxed and casual, and my profile picture on my page is my formal headshot, and I need to get those redone. And I can tell that helps me differentiate between the two. But also on my profile, I know I'm seeing friends, and on my page, I can tell the communication is much more one way on my page than on my profile. So that helps me to figure it out. All right, so then make sure you fill out your about section throughout your page properly. This is so important. Do this about every 6 months and keep it up to date. So, the about section is where you really get to tell people all about you. Now, not everybody is going to go through this, but a lot of this shows up on your page. So make sure that, it's updated with your email, your phone number, with your website address, that these things are, not changing. Even that little mini about, mine says helping heart-centered entrepreneurs to get more customers from Facebook. Change that up regularly. I found that since I started my business, that has changed a lot. So make sure that stays relevant. Make sure that you've got your website and your email address and your phone number in that about section, so people don't have to hunt to find out how to connect with you. But fill out the other pieces, the company overview, if you've won awards, if you've won, any sort of recognition from people, make sure your category stays consistent. Make sure that you've got this stuff filled out properly. This is foundational to make sure your page is set up. So let's talk about what you're going to use for your cover images. If you need some help brainstorming, what's that going to look like? How do you represent somebody's success in a cover image? And that comes down to how well do you know your audience and how well do you know what they want to achieve? Now, if you work with entrepreneurs, a lot of it's going to be around, well, I want to make more money, but you don't want a cover image that has lots of money on it all the time necessarily. Maybe what are they going to do with the money when they have it? Maybe they're going to go on a vacation. Maybe they're going to buy a new car. Maybe they're going to buy a new house. Maybe they're going to take their kids to Disneyland. If those are the things that represent success, that's more important than the money. So that's the thing that you want to represent. Maybe it's a picture of yourself and your kids in Disneyland, because it shows that you've achieved what they want to achieve. And so then you can help them achieve the same thing. Does that make sense to you? So what are your questions around the lesson for day one? Let me know what you're struggling with, what your challenges are, and that you've done the process, that you've gone through and evaluated what needed to be done. And then let's talk about that ideal customer just a little bit more. That is so important. And I mentioned on that just now. If we understand not just that they are, moms or business owners or people with hair, for as an excuse, those are things that are important. Knowing, male or female, what age are they, where do they going to live, that they need to buy, nail polish, that they need to buy shampoo. Those are important things. Those are your services. But let's go really deeper. Let's think about who they are on a deeper level and find out what it is that they really need. So, my audience is anybody who wants to learn how to grow Facebook to build their business, or anyone who wants to know how to use Facebook to grow their business, grow their email list. That's pretty open, right? And so that means, I could serve anybody. But if I'm that general and I produce content that sounds that general, it will be too vague for people to really resonate with, and it will not have an emotional, compelling pull for them to click on things or to respond to things. So if I work with coaches, authors, speakers, fitness professionals, then I'm going to create posts that speak to them. And so if I know that somebody in the fitness industry wants to grow their business of personal coaching so that they can quit their day job, and when they do that, then they're going to have all kinds of extra time to practice so that they can run their first 10K, that's going to be a whole lot different kind of communication I'm going to have with them. I don't have to have run a 10K to be able to help them to grow their Facebook in order to get them to that point. Or if you are that fitness instructor that is looking to help people train to their first 10K, hey, maybe your cover image should be a picture of that 10K finish line that you could have made, or take a picture, right? Maybe it's a picture of yourself. Like if you are a fitness trainer who trains people to prepare for their first 10K and that's what their goal is, then maybe, you've got pictures of yourself doing your first 10K, preparing for your first 10K. But then what's next after they complete that? What is it why do they want to complete it? It's not just so they can say they ran 10 kilometers. And I'm sorry for you Americans. I don't know what that is in miles, but, it's not, the goal is not just that they want to run 10 kilometers, because when they get to about 1 kilometer and it starts hurting, that's going to stop them. Oh, wow, I wanted to run 10 kilometers. Whoopee. I feel like crap right now. I don't want to keep running. Why do they want to run 10 kilometers? What does that represent for them? Is that a celebration of recovering from a cancer situation? Or is it a run in a cancer run for maybe a sister or a mother or a friend who was fighting cancer? Maybe it's some sort of achievement around having lost 100 pounds recently, and this is the culmination of that. We need to dig deeper and know why they want to run 10K and cross that 10K finish line, so that when it gets tough and they're saying, my muscles are hurting, I feel like crap, I'm really tired, I don't want to go to the gym today, we can help bring them back to why they started in the first place and be the reminder and the placeholder of that why for them. So for my clients, when they're working with me in one of my programs, the easy list building formula is what comes to mind right now. And we're working through who's our ideal audience. We're creating lead magnets together. We're creating posts and then Facebook ads and learning the tech of lead pages and all those things. So when we are working together and they get to the point where they go, man, I've been doing this for 3 weeks and I'm still not getting the results that I want. And I've got X number of weeks left in the program and I'm discouraged and I feel like quitting and I missed the mark and people didn't respond to that email like I thought they would, or this ad is not producing the way I want it to. My cost is way too high. I can help remind them. But remember, you wanted to do this so that your email list would grow, so that you could sell this program that you've created, so that you could have one less one-on-one client next month, so that you could pick up your kids from school every day. That's the reason why they're in my program, not so that they can grow their email list, not so that they can have, 2,000 people on their email list, not so that they can fill a group program. It is so when the group program is full, they don't have to take as many one-on-one clients, so that they have more free time, maybe, so that they can pick up their kids from school. Or it's so that they can have more consistent residual or, consistent income that comes in that they don't have to chase for every month, so that they can book a trip with their family. Maybe they want to take their kids to Disneyland. I'm the placeholder for that. I have to know what that is, and that helps me know who my audience is. Please let me know if any of this is making sense. This goes way deeper than knowing their why around, I want to run 10K, or I want to fit into that wedding dress, or I want to wear the mother of the bride dress, or I want to wear, I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to have another client, or those aren't the real reasons why. We need to dig deeper for those. So Michelle says, I have a group of about 300 members. Is it too late now to start a page? No, start a page. Do it today. Start a page, Michelle, today. Do it right now. It takes you 5 minutes to get it started. And then you build those communities differently. Your page is going to represent your business. You can run ads from there. You can market from there. You can connect with a whole bunch of people. My Facebook page has got over 20,000 people on it. I want to grow that Facebook page to 250,000 people. Why? Because that produces the volume of people to see my posts that will then click to sign up for challenges to my email list to join my group. So they work together. So start your page, Michelle, today. I want to see a post in the group today, later today, saying that you've started your page. You've been challenged. Kathy says that's been very helpful. That's great. Kathy, so tell me, who is your ideal client then? And if you don't know that, that's okay. How we can find out what these deep whys are by talking to people. And they're going to tell us, well, I want to make $10,000 a month. Why do you want to make $10,000 a month? Well, because, then I'd be able to pay all my bills. Believe me, paying bills is what keeps you awake at night. It's not the thing that motivates you tomorrow to go out and work harder. Yeah, it does in a way, but it's not the thing that is going to keep you going at the end of the day. There's got to be more to it than that. Well, once I pay off all my bills, then, I could take that dream trip that I've always wanted. I could go on a cruise. I could buy my mom a car. I could, whatever those things are, those are the things that we want to know. So we have to dig. Quite often we don't get that answer right the first time from people. We have to dig a little deeper. Susan, I thought you did have 10K races. It's interesting that you guys have 10K races when you're still in miles. It's kind of confusing to me. But as I was saying that, I don't know what 10Ks are in the States. You're right. I was thinking to myself, yes, I have. I know that there are 10Ks. So my ideal client is anyone who wants to grow their business to amazing heights through relationship marketing and keeping your clients top of mind. That's still so vague. It's a great start. But who wants to grow their business? Are they brick and mortar businesses? Are they entrepreneurs? Are they online businesses? Are they corporates? Are they nonprofits? Help me out here. Tell me who they are. And excuse me while I deal with my cold again. Excuse me. And, well, I know it's any business and all business, Kathy. I get that. But when we get really clear, then it doesn't mean that we can't serve all businesses. It means that our marketing messages are clear to the people that we want to work with. So is it fitness professionals? I know you can work with anybody, but let's be really clear. Who are your favorite clients to work with? Think back to that time when you had that dream client that you just looked forward to talking to, that did all the homework you told them to do, that, really pushed themselves to accomplish what you wanted them to do and to do the work, that paid you happily, that was thrilled with your work and your results. And what did they do? Would you like 10 more of those? Because I know I want 10 more of those clients for sure in my business. So then if you start talking to them, let's just pretend that they are fitness professionals, for lack of another example. So let's just pretend that they're fitness professionals. Then you can start talking to them about achieving their goals specifically. And when they see that is specific, they're going to go, oh, she gets what I want. She understands what I'm working on. She understands my goals. Then they feel a deeper connection with you. And I guarantee you that a person in, let me think of a opposite kind of business, a coach, let's say a speaker. A speaker might see your content, and it's not written to speakers. It's written to fitness professionals. But they see the interaction, they see the engagement, they see your audience loving you and raving about you because you've helped the people that you love to work with that get the best results. They say, if she can do that for them, I wonder what she can do for me. And they still reach out to you. It doesn't exclude. By excluding people, you include more people. So I encourage you to really narrow it down to who that business is that you want to work with, and really get clear so that your marketing message can be to them, and then it opens the doors to everyone else. Kathy says she got it, so that's great. And Kat had to run, so thank you for being here, Kat. Okay, you guys, any other questions about challenge 1? Leanna, my clients are people who want to make money online using their smartphones. So who are they? I know they could be anybody. I do. I know they could be anybody because most people have a smartphone. Are they teenagers though? Do you want teenagers? Do you want moms? Do you want dads? Do you want unemployed people? Who do you want? And why would they want to make money online using their smartphones? That's the next question. So what's it going to mean for them when they can make money using their smartphones. Yeah, they're going to have more income. They could definitely pay their rent. But what does that mean for them? Moms, maybe. Well, stay-at-home moms who are looking to earn some extra money so they can stay at home with their kids for longer, so they don't have to go back to work after their maternity leave is over, so that they could help take the weight off of their husbands and contribute financially, but not have to leave their kids. And they got their smartphones. They could pull out their smartphones, do some work, whatever it is, and still be with their kids. Maybe that's a huge market that you could tap into and create specific content for them so that they are drawn to you. And then as your audience grows with those people, other people will be drawn to you as well. It will have a ripple effect. But we called it the snowball effect in the Facebook engagement challenge. So just Leanna says, got it. Great. That's awesome. And then that means, you can create that entire process and funnel for moms, and then you could do it again for a whole nother niche. You don't have to have just one, but you've got specific language speaking to moms. Different, right? You're going to talk differently to moms. You're going to talk about, are you looking for a way to earn income while you stay at home with your kids? You're not going to use that same languaging to guys who are looking to make extra money from their full-time job on the weekends. It's going to be different languaging. So we're going to create different marketing messages, and you can have more than one niche, but being super clear on why they want it allows you to keep them emotionally connected when the work gets hard. Okay, Michelle says, it wants me to put in a street address, but I don't want to put in my home where I work. I totally get that. Choose a different category in your Facebook page creation, Michelle. Oh, I'm proud of you. Look at you, just went and did it. So choose a different category. That's not a problem. You don't have to use that. You don't have to put a street address for every category. So I bet that you chose local business. And in that case, they are assuming you are a brick and mortar with a standalone. So find another category. Facebook categories are not great for page when you're creating your page. So do the best that you can. Local business is really thinking you're going to be a brick and mortar with a standalone business structure outside of your home. So choose a different one. Good job. Proud of you. All right, you guys, any other questions? This has been awesome. You guys are rocking this. Tomorrow you'll have another email with a lesson coming out to you tomorrow. That lesson will be available for you in the members area. Again, if you have not signed up for the members area, you are not getting this full challenge at all. If you haven't signed up, you see our post once a day with all the conversation. You see this live stream. That's it. You missed the lesson. The training is in the members area. You need to sign up in order to get the training. So get to the members area and register, create an account there, choose the Facebook for Facebook for Business Made Easy program, and then you will start getting the content, okay? Even if you did it right now, the content for today is available for you. Tomorrow's will be available tomorrow. Angela, did I sign up? I don't know, Angela. I don't know. So go to socialmediaminder.thinkific.com and see if you can log in. Use your email address that you would have signed up with. So Susan says, I set up my page several years ago as a community, but reading recently in Facebook help, it sounds like it doesn't fit their definition of community. Should I change it? Yeah, absolutely. You can change it. I changed up mine a lot. Listen, last year I wanted to get my Facebook page verified, and my category for my Facebook page was public figure. And I tried to get verified for months, and it was just through relentless digging that I discovered getting verified was not an option in a page that had selected public figure. I had to choose something. I think it was like local business I had to choose. There was about 4 different categories that I could choose to get my page verified. So I went and I changed my page category to one of those. I put in to get verified. I got verified, and then I went back and changed it to public figure, and my verification stayed. So you can change up your categories all the time. All that is for sorting. So when people search, they will find you under the best category, but the categories suck. So you just have to kind of pick and choose and do the best that you can. Could be service. I know there's coaches, there's a coach category, but quite often, from what I've seen, Facebook thinks that is a business coach choice. So, yeah, let me see. I'm in the categories. Help people find your page by choosing a category to represent your page. So mine's back to public figure. Is there a social? There's a social club. Social media agency is now available. So they may have changed up their categories a little bit. I put in public for public speaking. Nope, public swimming pool came up. That's not me. So, you're just going to have to test these out until you find one that you like. You may have up to 3 categories now, though. That's new. So make sure you update that when you're going through your About section. Your category should be up to date, okay? All right. Let me just do a last check to see if there's any more pictures. Any more comments. You guys have been awesome. Tomorrow, hopefully, my cold will be well on its way out of here. Carmen, if you haven't registered for the challenge yet, go to, and I can put that in the comments, go to socialmediaminder.com/FB Made Easy. Carmen, I'll put that as a comment. So to register for the challenge, go to all right, to sign up for the members area, okay, so go to register for the challenge first. That will get you onto my email list so that you will be able to get the emails to remind you of the programs, of the challenge, but also to let you know about other things that are going on and other offers that I may have for you. And then go and sign up for the members area where you create your own account. So you're going to enter your email address and create your own password. And then you go in and select the Facebook for Business Made Easy program, and that will get you the content of the program. Okay? Shay, can you clarify that part about verification, please? Under your name, but it's now also a business page. The verified status. That's on my business page. That is where it is. It's not on my profile. I've seen people with verified profiles. I haven't been able to figure out how to do that on my profile yet. I don't know what that is about. I haven't been able to figure that out and I haven't put a bunch of time into it. My page is verified. If you have the right category selected, in the settings of your page, it will say verified or not, and you can apply to verify for that if you're in the right category. It took a bunch of hit and miss. I'm pretty sure local business is one of the categories. So then it'll show up in the settings of your page. All right. Any other questions? All right, you guys. You guys are rocking this. I'm so pleased with the start. Day 1, you guys have gotten it done. You're on top of this. If you've got other questions, let me know now, or you can post them in the group under the Day 1 post. So keep your posts around today under that Day 1 post that went out this morning, so that we can keep all the conversation to Day 1 here. And tomorrow we'll have another post for Day 2, all the conversation there. So then it's easier for all of us to keep track of everything. As the page grows, it's getting busier and busier all the time. So make sure that you are posting it in the right place. And I think Carmen is here. Please, Carmen, go and do your introduction under the Day 1 post, I think is what I'd like you to do. All right, you guys. Any other questions? I'm going to go take some cold medicine and see if I can get rid of this headache. You guys rock. It's great to have you participating in the challenge. So I'm so happy to have you here. Keep your questions going. Oh, sorry, Shay's got a question. So order of activity, open email, go to membership site, watch video, then show up for this meeting live. Woohoo, you got it. And answer the question in the post on the group. So you've got that in there. Open email, go to membership site, watch video, come back to group and comment under the day's post, and then show up for the meeting live. We're going to meet noon again tomorrow. Susan, for purposes of the challenge, yes, I would like you to leave your comments that are anything to do with the challenge under the posts for the challenge that are going out each day this week. If you've just joined the group and you got the post that says, hey, introduce yourself under that post, please, just so we can keep the clutter down. So any questions, comments, or posts regarding the challenge goes in the post for today. All right. You guys are great.